And now, a word from
Infirmary Media.
It's time for Blumpkin and Friends, starring your host, the Reverend Johnny Blumpkin.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I am the Reverend Johnny Blumpkin, and with me here today is my friend
Joey Black.
And we're going to talk about
wrestling.
So if you don't like that, sorry for you.
Yeah, not really, but sorry. Not sorry. I don't know.
So we could talk about things that you might have input on.
Sure.
But instead, I want to mercilessly rake you over the coals.
Ooh, stuff I don't know about?
Kind of.
Nice.
Kind of. I'm going to tell a story that I've been waiting to tell far too long because your monkey ass could not be bothered to get over here a month ago.
Yeah.
Month and a half ago. What does that say right there?
Wrestlepalooza. Night 2.
Yes, January 16th, First Avenue.
Yeah.
Eric Cannon's first wrestling held. Wrestlepalooza, I believe that one was 14.
Yeah.
It was the second night.
I just did it again.
It was the second night of a 2-night stand of double sold-out shows. They had never done that before. The night you were supposed to join me for Wrestlepalooza.
Yeah.
But you couldn't.
Yeah.
But since you didn't go, Rick James went with me.
Nice.
And then we bumped into our friend Bobby Murderface.
Ooh.
And then there was an awkward conversation because they hadn't seen each other in some time, and I hadn't seen Bob in a while. So Rick James and I are at Wrestlepalooza.
Oh, that's great.
Last time, the three of us went.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And we were standing next to the guardrail. This year, we got to sit on the wall.
Ooh.
Yeah, because there were
Moving
seats available.
on up.
I know.
Woo!
And standing in front of us, next to the ring, none other than Ryan Shaver of Care 11 Sports. Randy Shaver's son.
Okay.
His son, Ryan.
I'm familiar with Randy. Okay.
No, Ryan.
Yeah.
S-Man Jr. And he was there with his wife, who, nice pull, brother. Good for you. She's a beautiful girl. And then standing next to them was this guy that clearly looked like his life depended upon the fact that he landed this skinny, tattooed, cool-looking chick who was obviously been through a myriad of dicks in her life. And if she dumped him, he would fall to pieces and be razor to wrist crying to his mother the next day. So they kept making out and then buying drinks for Shaver and his wife. I don't know.
Nice.
So the actual wrestling.
Okay, all right.
Let me get to my notes here. What do we have?
David Arquette.
No.
Damn it.
The very first match, Super Thunder Frog and Wildcat.
I bet you're excited for that one already.
I was. And then comes out Space Monkey and Yellow Dog.
Oh, shit. I'm not familiar with Yellow Dog.
Yellow Dog, it's a guy. He's got blue tights with yellow and a yellow golden retriever type mask. And they were doing like good dog, bad dog stuff. And then he bit people, and then he like raised his leg like he was peeing on stuff. And he started humping legs.
Okay.
Solid fucking match. And Super Thunder Frog and Wildcat won.
Of course.
Which got the night off to a fucking awesome start because I love Super Thunder Frog so much.
I know you do.
Which, you might not know this, but Super Thunder Frog comes out to Criss Cross's Jump.
I did not know that. That's awesome.
Yeah. It's going to be more awesome because I made him a new entrance song.
Oh, God. Why?
Why wouldn't I? I love the guy, and he's coming out to somebody else's music.
Tell me you're not using Criss Cross's Jump, though.
I stole the instrumental to that.
Okay.
And I wrote him a new entrance song called Rocked Up because he wants to get rocked up, baby. So I wrote this fucking awesome rap song for an entrance song, and I just have to record it now for Super Thunder Frog, and then I'm going to try to get him to use it.
Nice. Do you have like his contact info or something?
He's fucking big. Hey, at Super Thunder Frog.
Oh, well, you're just going to tweet
I love you so
Gotcha.
much, I made you a new version of your entrance music that's about you. And it's topical, dude.
I bet you he uses that shit.
I fucking hope. I don't even want money. You just tell people that a super fan named the Reverend Johnny Blumpkin made me a new theme song.
Well, he can get you into shows and stuff.
I'm
Maybe
hoping
get you a
so.
T-shirt. Does he have T-shirts?
I don't know.
You deserve one.
Well, my theory is that Chaos 300
Yes.
from Fulton Brewing is Super Thunder
yeah,
Frog.
No, absolutely.
They're never in the same place at the same time. Clark Kent and
Same mouth.
Superman. Yeah, same mouth.
Yeah.
And when I was at the show, Thunderfrog wrestled. Then after the show, Chaos showed up for Fulton Brewing T-shirt giveaway pitcher opportunities. So you do the math, motherfucker. Female match. Allison Kay, who used to be somebody in Impact.
Two-time former Knockouts champion Sienna.
Rick James knew.
Okay.
She was pretty popular.
I might know the Impact wrestler, but I guess I don't know this name.
Yeah, I don't know. And then she defeated Kimber Lee.
Oh, she was there last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was good.
They put on a pretty fucking solid match.
Yeah.
So much so I made it a point to go seek them out after the show and say, good for you. That was way better than last year's match. And she's like, oh, who were the women last year? I'm like, it was actually Kimber and then some dude in some stupid Halloween mask, and he sucked. It was intergender.
Oh, yeah.
And she was way better than him. So you ladies tore the house down. Thank you so much.
Nice.
And she laughed at the fact that it was just some dick in a Halloween mask. And I couldn't remember his name.
Yeah, it was. I don't remember his name either.
It was like Demon 666 or some stupid bullshit like that. I don't
Something lame.
His name was actually Hallow Wicked.
And while I'm discussing the match, I just want to back up. One very important, memorable thing happened, and it was because of me. They were doing something in the corner, and I know this is on DVD.
Okay.
And it was so quiet when I said it, I hope it made the DVD. They were like fighting in the corner, and somebody was moaning, and just out of the blue, I went, awful lot of groaning going on up there, ladies. Was your first time doing anal? Which got a pretty good reaction. And was very inappropriate.
Right.
I'm sure they did not appreciate that.
Did you go up and say that when you met him? Like, hey, I was that guy that made
No.
that anal comment?
I didn't, because I
Did you
didn't
like
want to
that?
get slapped. I did not want to get slapped, because she probably could have beaten me quite handily. And even if I got in some good shots, you think that Colt Cabana is going to let that shit fly? Come on.
Right. Whatever. You know Kung Fu.
I don't know Kung Fu. I know Karate. They are not the same thing.
I know.
Don't be one of those people.
I know they're different. Kung Fu was a game you played on Nintendo.
Yeah.
And it was dope.
And then we were treated very early in the evening to what many thought might be the main event.
Ooh.
David Arquette
Yeah.
and Colt Cabana.
Nice.
And David Arquette comes out to the Candyman can, and he's got very bright, vibrant colored 50s style jacket, almost like a girl cheerleader from Greece.
Okay. Not
And-
what I was expecting based off his promo photos.
I know. In his promo photos, he looked like Chavo Guerrero got AIDS. He's very skinny. He looks a little old, but he and Colt put on a solid match for the best that Arquette could do. I mean, I know he's a former WCW champion,
Right.
both on the movie cameras and in real life.
It's been a while since I watched that movie. I really need to watch it again.
What the hell was the name of that match that he won it in? That wasn't it they stacked 3 cages on top of each
something
other?
like that. Yeah.
Well, he beat Colt Cabana.
Yeah. I've heard
Boom,
he's actually
boom.
pretty decent.
He was all right.
Yeah.
I would have liked Colt Cabana to get the win, but, you know, when you're paying for a Hollywood star...
Oh, yeah. He's taking the W.
Yeah. And I was also chanting Officer Dewey.
That's an awesome reference.
Yeah, I thought so.
I like it.
And I was going to scream something about his wife.
Scream.
Yeah, I was gonna shout something about his wife, and I'm like, wait, they're divorced. And
Yeah.
Rick James is like, yeah, they are. So then we got this year's big, super famous wrestling Hall of Famer to come out, who they had contracted for the match.
Who was it again? I
Great
forgot.
Sasuke.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Who I always thought it was Great Suzuki.
I honestly thought it was Sasuke. Yeah.
Just like I thought it was Asuka, it's Asuka.
Asuka. Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with those people and not pronouncing U's? What do the Japanese have against U's?
I don't know. Probably you. Zing. See what I did there? It's a you pun.
That's low-hanging fruit.
Yeah, well.
Low-hanging fruit. And he wrestled this guy that's huge in the Northwest and apparently does hardcore matches, Darby Allin.
I've heard the name. I've never actually seen any of his stuff, but I've heard it gets pretty crazy.
He was pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. And he won.
Good.
Sasuke jobbed.
Yeah.
I don't know if he won the night before because he wrestled both nights in a row, as did Colt Cabana.
No.
But, yeah, that night was to be Darby Allin's. I'm pretty sure I thought that he smashed 3 fucking ribs, taking a bump on the ring apron.
Ew, those are always fun.
Like, he was holding his side, and if that was an act, here's your Oscar, dude, because I thought you fucking, like, fractured ribs.
Punctured a lung.
I don't know. He's like a scrappy little punk rock guy. I bet he weighs about $155.
Oh, he's
He's fucking... Nah, he weighs way more than Fuckface does. And then it was time for the defense of the Uptown VFW Championship.
And that was held by...
Darren Corbin.
Oh, that's right. Darren Corbin had it.
Not to be confused with Baron Corbin. Which I'm sure he never gets sick of being asked about. And drunken Rick James had to ask him about after the show.
Of course he did.
Great back and forth. I just know that it suddenly became a no DQ match.
Okay.
Which pissed off Corbin a lot. Because he was taking it to Cannon.
Yeah.
Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. He beat Eric Cannon. There was some good blood spots. There was a bag of thumbtacks. People pointed out that Eric Cannon's mom was in the upper deck, and Corbin gives her a shout out before he just fucking pummels her son.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
He's a good heel.
He is an excellent heel. And I asked him after the show, I'm like, dude, do you ever sit there like in the mirror and just practice cutting promos and stuff? He's like, no. No, I used to sort of, but now it just kind of comes to me like, well, that is awesome that you just free flow with that shit like it's second nature because you are the
He's
master.
good on the mic. Yeah, absolutely.
Good for him.
For sure.
Good for him. And then the final match of the night, first wrestling championship. Out comes DJZ
Okay.
from Impact.
Yep.
It's my first time seeing him.
He's a flippy flip McFlipperton.
Yeah, he's a flippy floppy wrestler,
Yeah.
as Randy Orton would say.
Right.
Before touching his penis and ask you if you want to shake the hand of Randy Orton. And then out comes Shane Strickland.
He's awesome. Yeah.
Awesome. We saw him last year against AR Fox.
Yeah.
Match of the night. It was the main
Easily.
event for a reason.
Easily, yeah.
It blew my mind. And then comes first wrestling champion Airwolf.
I was going to say, I thought Airwolf had the belt. Yeah. Okay.
He did. And I immediately went, fuck. These two awesome dudes are going to job to Airwolf. And there was a lot of great back and forth, a lot of great high flying in the corner stuff. A few times DJZ pointed to the music booth upstairs, and they had to play a little MLG horn for him. Not nearly on the same level as last year with AR Fox and Shane Strickland,
Sure.
but fucking excellent.
Nice.
I liked it a lot. It made my nipples hard.
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
Yeah. And then there's other aspects of this show that cannot be forgotten, and that would be that it's a wrestling show with burlesque and a band.
Oh, yeah. Who was the band? Wasn't it Dillinger?
Dillinger 4,
Yeah.
who, if you don't know, was one of my favorite punk bands of all time.
How was it?
Fucking great.
Nice.
Everything, whoever those jagoffs were last year that played when we went,
That was not great.
that was boring as fuck. I know it's one of Cannon's favorite bands.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know if it was like River City Rebels or what. I don't know. Whoever they were, I don't fucking
Something
care.
like that.
D4 played pretty much the songs you'd want to hear. They had decent banter. They played the shit out of that.
Yeah.
But for me, I was into them between 01 and 07 the most. And I haven't owned any of their CDs for a while. But getting to reconnect with that music that I was really into in college,
Yeah.
that was big for me. So it was nice to be at a wrestling show that had a punk rock concert at it.
Hell yeah.
And the burlesque. Can I tell you something?
Was it better than last year?
It was unbelievably better because there were no extra large women snapping their ankles in fucking stiletto heels getting in the ring.
It's. I mean, yeah. I mean, it had nothing to do with her being overweight for me. It was just the pain of watching
yes.
her do that.
But I think her being overweight is what caused the pain.
Well, but I'm just saying, like, she was attractive. Just it sucked watching her break her fucking ankles. Like, it was
Queenie Von
cringeworthy.
Curves.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So once she got the shoes off, it was fine.
I wish I could say I remember the names of the two gals this year, but they came out one dressed as Poison Ivy, swing, and the other one dressed as Rogue from the X-Men.
Interesting.
And they had high heel boots and shoes on, and they didn't roll a fucking ankle.
In the ring?
In the ring, dude.
I mean, it's got to be a challenge in the ring.
I sat there the first time she put her foot through the ropes and went to stand up. I went, "Oh, here
Right.
we go,
Not again!" You having fucking PTSD flashbacks?
And it was good, man. They were the right size ladies for what I like. And it doesn't hurt that you're petite and fair skinned and a redhead and playing Poison Ivy, and I might have had a small half chub under my coat. I like that First Wrestling is getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
But you can't continue to use the same venue if you're going to keep selling out shows.
Right.
Because there wasn't a lot of extra room.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not many venues can hold more people that would be probably a viable option. Like, I don't know where else you could do it.
I've seen wrestling shows at other places.
Well, I've seen them in, like, Roy Wilkins and stuff like that.
Oh, no, I back in the day at the Quest, JCW, ICP did a JCW show that was fucking bananas.
I bet.
Shaggy jumped off the top balcony there, I believe.
Yeah.
He climbed over. Madman Pondo was insane that night. I don't even remember what fucking year that is. I still have it. It was JCW presents Stranglemania Live.
Nice.
The ticket stub is up in a box in my closet upstairs. So let's do some more recent topics of what's going on in wrestling, because this is a Blumpkin World Order episode.
Okay.
So we should cover the world of what's going on.
What else is next?
Double or Nothing is coming up in May,
I think so.
and that is AEW, All Elite Wrestling.
Yeah.
A lot of people were like, yay, and then boo for some reason, because they're elited out.
Yeah, I don't know. I think some people are starting to get turned off by it. They're too much.
Kinda.
I think competition is good.
Oh, I'm definitely rooting for them to succeed.
Good.
However,
Everyone should be.
However, if the rest of your roster can't bring it and meet your level of excitement with the crowd,
Yeah.
it ain't going to last long. Because it can't just be the Cody, Bucks, and Omega show with some Hangman Page and Marty Scurll eventually.
Right. Yeah, because he's still contracted with ROH.
He is. Ass of a dirty bee.
But yeah, hopefully it takes off.
I'm hoping. I mean, they signed Chris Jericho,
Yeah, that's fucking bonkers.
but now you're just thinking to yourself, well, you've got all these super huge names. Who do you bring in are you going to job to these lesser wrestlers?
Right. Yeah, yep, exactly.
So you run into the problem of you've got this top tier talent from other companies suddenly owning their own company, calling their own shots, and they're executive vice presidents of the company. I get that they're going to put an emphasis on tag team wrestling, but it can't just be the Bucks being the tag champs all the time. That'll get old fast.
I don't think they would do that. I think that they would be definitely the type that would give other people the W and let them carry it.
I hope. I wonder if now... It's strange how suddenly Cody found his own and just became like the king of the American independence.
Right? Yeah, just out of nowhere.
And now he's going to own this company. It's like, does he continue down the same path, being the biggest fish in his own pond? Or does he step aside and just kind of run the show and become the booker?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, he's way too talented to step aside, I think. Like,
Yeah, but...
he's awesome. He's one of the best out there.
He can now wrestle select dates.
Right. So...
And we don't even know what their TV deal is going to be like. They've already got another show lined up for July, I believe.
What up, Ninja? You're listening to Blumpkin and Friends.
If a new report is to be believed, All Elite Wrestling, the newest and arguably hottest promotion on the professional wrestling scene, is coming out swinging in 2019 with a number of big-time events. Launched on January 1st, they've already announced and sold out its first big pay-per-view, Double or Nothing, on May 25th from the MGM Grand. And then there will be an unnamed show in Jacksonville this summer. It is July. It's a month later, or 2 months later, basically. Okay, so following Double or Nothing in May, the planned schedule includes another U.S. show in June, the Jacksonville show in July, the All Elite UK debut at Royal London Hall in August, and then September with All Out, which speaks to last year's All In. This should also be a major event around this time, as it's supposedly the lead into a weekly television spot that will begin in October.
Nice.
Yeah, so big things for All Elite Wrestling coming with multiple shows. There's another article here that talks about all the talent signed to their roster so far, at least there was. Okay, so here's who All Elite has so far. Cody Rhodes, Nick Jackson, Chris Jericho, Kenny Omega, Hangman Page, Christopher Daniels, Frankie Kazarian, Scorpio Sky. I forgot about SoCal Uncensored.
Yeah.
Joey Janela, the bad boy.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Maxwell Jacob Friedman. I fucking hate that guy. Pac, formerly known as Neville in WWE.
Dope.
Sema, L. Lindemann, T-Hawk, who I hope is not just a ripoff of a Super Street Fighter II character. Takahiro Yamamura, Jungle Boy, who is actually the son of recently deceased actor Luke Perry.
Yep.
Pentagon Jr., awesome.
Love Pentagon.
Phoenix, and then Jimmy Havoc, Chuck Taylor, Trent Beretta, Sammy Guevara, and Sonny Kiss.
Jimmy Havoc's pretty dope, too.
He is. And then there's some women who I don't care to read about. And yeah. Because I don't watch wrestling for women's wrestling most of the time. That's what my daughters do.
Good for them.
Good for this family. If I'm circling back to the AEW angle, there's all this speculation of people that might leave WWE or that are going to leave WWE and what they're going to do.
Yeah.
Recently, they cut loose TJP.
Yeah.
So I got to think he's a shoo-in.
Probably. I'd be surprised. I mean, TJP probably go. I mean, he'd fit well if you think about the rest of the roster.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Especially against Pentagon and Phoenix.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then there was talk of Dean Ambrose has asked for his release, but now there's rumors he might just sign a new contract for more money because they don't want to let him go.
Yeah, who knows? Like, you said you don't keep up with main stuff, but Roman is back. And
I saw that. I've been reading the dirt sheets.
And it's like, really? Like, you just had Dean talking about how the Shield's holding him back and his big heel turn, and then I'm just going to rejoin the Shield. I'm not doing anything.
Here's something that you should keep in mind when you watch Raw and SmackDown. Continuity doesn't mean shit to those people. They're
Right,
just like,
fucking
what can I
ridiculous.
come up with today? And eventually they're going to find out that Vince McMahon has like CTE and dementia and that he can't fucking remember shit from day to day. So he's just going to show up to arena like hours after a show again in his pajamas and be like, where's Stone Cold? He was supposed to drive in a Zamboni and then kick everyone's ass and stun them and drink beer tonight, and he no-showed on us. Fuck that guy.
I don't think he's quite there yet.
One can hope. One can hope. I mean, I had big hope for NXT, but now recently, Gargano, Ciampa, Ricochet, and Aleister Black have now been bumped up to the main roster, which makes no fucking sense to me.
Yeah, because they had Gargano drop the U.S. title right away to Velveteen.
Here's my argument with basically ignoring most of what they've been doing with NXT, bringing them up to the main roster and repartnering them up.
Yeah, it's
if
dumb.
all of this backslapping that they've been doing and how Ciampa's been playing mind games with Gargano going into their roster move, which Gargano, I'm going to air quote, had no idea about until he got a phone call to show up in his hometown of Cleveland. Fuck that. It's a lie. So if all of that was just so they could bring him back to the main roster and have him tag...
Right, because they're just going to fall by the wayside. Like, it's what they do.
I get that Triple H has enough talent stocked in NXT to have the New England Patriots next man up mentality.
Yeah.
But you would have to be facing the permanent loss of a number of major players to make room for these NXT Mount Rushmore types.
You're right. Yeah, because it's some serious talent they brought up.
Is John Cena going to retire after WrestleMania 35?
Maybe.
And then you got Batista coming back for a short program leading up into WrestleMania with Triple H.
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar can jump off a fucking bridge into a volcano for all I care.
Well, they're already making Beast Slayer shirts for Rollins, so it's like, seems like it's just they're going to give Rollins the belt.
Okay, but wasn't he recently wrestling Finn Balor?
Finn Balor is the IC champ.
Okay. I don't know. I think you got to get rid of a number of people on the main roster to make room for these four guys, or else they just become more lost faces in the crowd. Like
I feel like Brock's going to
Andrade.
take some time. Andrade, hopefully, he's starting to get some push actually. So I'm hoping he'll actually get a belt here soon.
Yeah, but weren't they teaming him with Rey Mysterio?
And they were feuding for a while.
Okay, so they're giving him a rub with an established Latino wrestler.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
How untransparent.
He's had a lot of matches with Shinsuke.
Who I fucking hope leaves.
There's a lot of talk of him leaving. I think Lashley will be gone soon. I don't
big
see him
loss
sticking
there.
around. Who else?
They've already got the next Lashley on the NXT roster, but he's nothing to me because I can't remember his name.
Keith Lee? Are you talking about
Yeah,
Keith
him.
Lee? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bask in My Glory, Keith Lee. Yeah, he's good. And Cassius Ohno moved over to UK.
He did?
Yeah, he's on NXT UK now.
Probably because there's nothing left for him to do now. He got embarrassed out of his trousers by Matt Riddle.
Yeah, pretty much.
Bro.
Matt Riddle's incredible. Yeah, no, there's still a lot of good people in NXT, though.
You want to know who's not good in NXT?
Who?
Jack Me Off. Dijakovic.
Weren't you big on him before he came to
No,
NXT
I
then?
was not. I thought he was boring as shit in Ring of Honor, and the only reason he got over is because he had Truth, Martini, and he was a part of all of that.
Gotcha.
He is third-tier main roster at best.
They like him because he's big.
The first time I saw him, he said, "Feast your eyes" 2 or 3 times. I was over the gimmick. I said, "Done.
Sure.
No, thank you. I need you to leaf this out. He can't be a catchphrase. He'll be a nobody. Because now he's the new Heidenreich. Will you be my friend?" That's basically the same fucking thing, but with a more serious and narcissistic role. Mm-hmm. It's dumb. And unfortunately for Eric Bugenhagen, everyone was like, "Well, look at this guy's air guitar and drumming." It was a dumb gimmick.
Yes, it was.
And I don't know what that scream is supposed to be. He's just making terrible sounds. He's not even saying, like, yeah. Like, what are you screaming?
I have no idea. Maybe it's Utah.
It's not. Who's the super big Mexican guy they just brought over to NXT?
When you say big, do you mean big?
He's got
name,
an
or do
Eddie.
you mean...
He's got an big name. He's got an Eddie Guerrero haircut, but no facial hair.
Oh, the young kid.
It's like Umberto or something.
Yeah.
Carrillo.
Something like that. Yeah, he's really good.
He is really good.
He's such a baby face, though.
That's fine.
He's got crazy dimples. It's weird.
I'm afraid he would be too bland to move up to the big roster, but he was huge. Where'd he come from? CMLL? Lucha Underground?
It was maybe,
or AAA.
I might have been AAA.
The guy's huge in Mexico, and they bring him to NXT. I feel like bringing him in is the same thing they did with Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah, kind of, except Shinsuke went right up, or he basically went right into the title picture.
God, I'm so bummed about those 4 guys. Because even though I was getting bored with Ciampa, Gargano, and Aleister Black kind of circling, are they going to have Gargano drop the title to somebody, and then it's going to be a 3-way for the title? Is Ricochet, is they going to make it a 4-way for the NXT Championship? I don't know.
I'm honestly, I'm hoping that Undisputed gets all the gold. Give them
now you have to
give them all of it.
But then you got to take the titles off of War Raiders.
Yeah, move them up.
No, because they're going to get lost. Just like Heavy Machinery. What the fuck are they doing?
Well, Heavy Machinery deserves to be lost, honestly. They're not that great.
And the Revival.
I mean, I like them. They're funny, but I could do without them in the ring.
They're a jokey gimmick.
The Revival's getting worked. I'm surprised. Didn't they ask for the release, and now they're not? Like, why?
And then they got title shots and shit, and they're just trying to. They're so afraid of everybody bailing to go to AEW or Impact now.
Right.
Which, if you're going to go anywhere, you go AEW. Or maybe they're going to have enough of a relationship that they'll work with Impact and Ring of Honor. I would love that. I would welcome that.
Yeah.
It only speaks to help all 3 of those federations rise, but AEW is going to get the most out of it.
Right.
But still, I would love to see Ohio versus everything show up in AEW.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Fucking Callahan.
Callahan's, yeah, absolutely.
And on the Ring of Honor side, Jeff Cobb.
Yeah, he's a big name right now,
He's
too.
awesome.
The dude's a brick house.
And you almost could have taken Impact and Ring of Honor and AEW and just
combined,
folded them all into one.
Yeah.
And they could run shows on different nights in different areas.
Well, like how Ring of Honor partners with New Japan. Like, that's an awesome business move.
It is. It benefits them both.
Absolutely. And that's if more businesses were smart, they would try to do the same thing. Branch and have crossovers.
Yeah. I started to really get into NXT, but now I'm just kind of like, take it or leave it.
I mean, honestly, it's probably some of their best products, so.
It is their best product.
Yeah.
It's completely Cena-free.
New Cena's weird. Have you seen New Cena?
I've seen his hair.
Yeah, with the hair, and he's like trimmed down and like leaner.
Is he?
Yeah. It's weird.
Well, he's 40 now, and he had that shoulder reconstruction where he's the bionic man.
Something like that. But yeah, apparently he's been training a lot or whatever with Jackie Chan, and that's what like leaned him out.
Why? Is he going to start doing his own stunts?
Did you not have you, oh, I suppose. It was a while ago. I don't think he's used it since, but when he came back, he didn't do the attitude adjustment.
Which is what? Is that the FU?
Yes, that's the FU.
Okay.
So he did something else, and it was like a not like the 2-inch punch, but it was some sort of like fucking Hadouken, and that was his finisher, like some sort of stupid chest punch.
Fail.
Yeah,
that's that's dumber than the Superman punch.
They did it, yes,
of
absolutely.
Roman Reigns,
and they did it. I think they only did it once, and I don't think I've seen it since. Seen it.
Ah.
Have you run afoul of the law? Then call Gilbert Bail Bonds.
Hi, I'm Dwayne, but you may know me as former WWF Light Heavyweight Champion, Gilbert. That's right, I'm Gilbert, and I'm here to help you get out of jail. I'm willing to personally spend up to $200 of my own money to prove to the courts that you're not a threat to society. We're a highly unsuccessful bail bonding company that works with people accused of such crimes as DWI, theft, loitering, public urination, and serial mopery.
Call 800-500-BAIL. That's 800-500-2245. Let Gilbert Bail Bonds help you regain your freedom.
Gilbert Bail Bonds is a subsidiary of Job Squad LLC.
Hi, it's the Body, and you're listening to Blumpkin and Friends.
I want to touch upon the last thing we'll talk about here, Roman Reigns coming back.
Yeah.
I know historically he has had a lot of trouble getting over with the crowd.
Oh, he needs to get cancer and then come back. He's totally over.
Right, but before this, the crowd was so hot and cold on him, they didn't know what to do with him. They kept jamming him down our throats, no pun intended.
Right.
And then he gets cancer, and I remember when he made the announcement, I watched it, and it was a heartfelt moment, and that's what WWE lacks.
Right.
The realness, the heart. It's hollow.
Yep.
It's boring as shit to me. And then he comes back and he's doing interviews. And the fact that he's already back, wow.
Yeah. It wouldn't put it past me to have Vince McMahon be like, Roman, I need you to tell people you have cancer. And then this whole thing was staged.
I would be
just to get Roman over.
Furious.
Just to get Roman over.
As someone that doesn't even watch Raw, I would be fucking furious. That is not cool, dude.
I'm sure that's not the case, but it really wouldn't surprise me too much.
I thought it would be beyond the Triple H wearing a cane mask, fucking a mannequin, and having spaghetti come out of her head days. Interact with the show on Twitter at Blumpkin Show. That is at Blumpkin Show. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/group/Blumpkin and Friends. We are on iTunes and on Podbean at blumpkinshow.podbean.com. For original songs, go to soundcloud.com/BlumpkinMusic. And for affiliated shows on the same podcast network, go to infirmary.org for Infirmary Media Podcasts. I'm the Reverend Johnny Blumpkin.
And I'm Joey Black.
Good night.
Hey, while he was looking around, oh, I didn't see you there. You know something, you dirty pig? The gods in the galaxy say we destined to do this dance forever and ever. But I tell you, tonight, Young Lion's Cup is on the line, and Thunder God, Thunder Frog, is gonna bring hammer.